DreAllDay.com.
Before we start, please like and comment on this video so I can get your feedback. Also, click that subscribe button so you can get all the new content I'm dropping on this channel. And the free book, the mental handbook, physical book, Work on Your Game University, just take care of the shipping and handling, send this right to your doorstep. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Sitting here looking at ESPN.com NBA team rosters because I'm doing breakdowns of every team in the league coming up to the opening into the 2016-2017 NBA season. Today, we're going to start at the bottom. I was figuring I was going to do it by division, alphabetically. Then I said, no, let me do the worst teams, and then we'll build up to the best teams. So we're starting at the very bottom of the NBA from last year, that is. The Philadelphia 76ers, my hometown team. Now, this is not Philadelphia. I live in Miami, but I'm from Philadelphia, born and raised. Looking at their roster, now looking at all these rosters as I'm doing this, I'm recording this in the month of September, and I'm going to start releasing them late September into October, just so you know. So the rosters here are not the official rosters, what they're going to be at the start of the season, because they have training camp rosters, so it's like 20 people on these lists. So not everybody's actually going to make the team, but we're going to look at the essential players, look at the situation from last season, what I think is going to happen this season based on what I know, what I observed. I will let you know right off the top that I do not watch college basketball, so the rookies coming into the league, I don't know much about them. There's not much I'm going to say about the rookies or what I think they're going to do, but I'm going to share what I know based on my knowledge of basketball, my knowledge of the players that I have seen, and what's going on in the league in general. So y'all let me know what you think, of course, down here in the comments with each team. So looking at the Philadelphia 76ers, last year, they were the worst team in the league. They got rid of their GM, who was Sam Hinkie, who had this whole process thing that we go through the process, eventually keep getting these high draft picks, start building a great team. And the Sixers finally did get the #1 pick. They picked up Ben Simmons, so his process actually, quote-unquote, worked, but then they fired him. So he didn't even get a chance to see his own process come through to fruition. But the Sixers have all these high draft picks on their team. They got Ben Simmons. They got Dario Saric, who was, I think, the #3 pick in the draft. They got Jahlil Okafor, who was what was Okafor? Was Okafor #1? I know he was a top 5 pick, Okafor. Who else? They got Nerlens Noel. He was a top 5 pick. They got Joel Embiid. He was a top 5 pick. They got all these top 5 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 5 top 5 picks on their roster, all from within the last 5 years, all on the same team at the same time. Now, I know not everybody's healthy. Nerlens Noel, I think he's healthy now. Joel Embiid, I know, has missed, hasn't even played in the NBA yet because he got injured. I think he got injured twice. Okafor played last year. And I think Okafor is a solid player. If he could get around a team, they got some winners, some people who know how to win some damn game. Ben Simmons, I saw highlights of Ben Simmons. Obviously, I know his all-around game is the thing that got him seen, and I believe he's a guy you put at the point guard position. They got him written down here as a small forward, but I know he's a point guard position player. And then the Sixers have all these young guys, low salary players. They don't have any player making over. Highest salary guy they got is $8 million a year, which is Gerald Green, and Jared Bayless actually is making $9 million a year. Gerald Henderson and Jared Bayless. I'm not excited about either one of those guys. My mentality, my thoughts looking at the Philadelphia Sixers roster is this. With all these young guys, Embiid, Okafor, Saric, Ben Simmons, Nerlens Noel, the #1 thing you need are grizzled veterans who've been in the league 10+ years, respected guys who they're not even going to play that much. They don't even have that much impact on the court as they used to, but they in the locker room, they around these guys, off the court, on the road, talking to them, mentoring them, letting them know, like, these are the things you need to do to be a pro. This is how you handle that situation on the court. This is how you do things off the court. This is the way you need to set up your life outside of when you're around a team. Those are the type of players that you need around a team like this. That's what the Sixers have failed to do. And that's why, despite the fact that they got Brett Brown as a coach, who seems to be a pretty good coach, despite the fact that they have this talent in these players, they haven't put any veterans around them, any veteran presence in the locker room who can do the things that I just talked about. They do have Elton Brand on the roster. I didn't know Elton Brand was even on the roster last year, but I guess he was. He is here on this list. And other than that, all these young guys, I'm just looking at the ages. 25, 22, 20, 22, everybody's young. Elton Brand's the only guy on this roster over the age of 28. And the two 28-year-old guys is Jared Bayless and Gerald Henderson. Me personally, from watching the NBA, Jared Bayless and Gerald Henderson are not the grizzled veterans that I'm talking about. I'm talking about guys that's like 33, 34, 35-year-olds and up. Elton Brand's 37. Elton Brand's a good guy. He's the kind of guy you put on the roster. You need some other people. They got to get rid of all these young guys. They got so many of them. Everybody's in their 20s, early 20s at that, not even late 20s. Everybody's like 25 and under on the whole damn roster. This is crazy. It looks good on paper, but you need some veterans. This is why this team has been so bad. They need some leadership. They have no leadership on this team. And ain't no 22-year-old rookie going to be your leader. You need somebody who can teach these guys, even though they're not playing. So maybe the Sixers make some moves between now and then. Who knows? But this roster is nothing exciting about this team. As a coach, maybe I'll be licking my chops because I get to mold these young guys into the type of players that they need to be so they can be successful. But other than that, it's like, I don't know what you do with this. I don't know what you do with this Sixers team. It's not even, unfortunately, much more that I can say about this roster. They don't have anything that spells out winning. Yes, they got young people. Yes, it's exciting to talk about. It looks like a video game type roster. You get all these high draft picks on the same team. They all young, but who's going to help make this work? And on top of that, they have Embiid, who's the center, Nerlens Noel, who is the center, Jahlil Okafor, who is I guess you could put him at the power forward, but he's a back to the basket player. So how the hell are all three of these guys even going to play? And Dario Saric, what is he? Dario Saric is listed as a small forward. He's 6'10" tall, as is Ben Simmons. How are they going to make this work when you got three guys who need to basically be in the paint? Okafor is an in the paint guy. He's a back to the basket player. Okafor, then you got Joel Embiid, who I know he's a paint guy, and then you got Nerlens Noel, who's a paint guy. How are they going to make that work? One of those guys got to go, as far as I'm concerned, and they need to get a guard, probably somebody who could play next to Ben Simmons, since Ben Simmons is not that great of a shooter. Get somebody out there who can shoot. Now, they traded for Nick Stauskas, who was the number 7 pick for the Kings a couple years ago, because the Kings owner overruled everybody and said pick Nick Stauskas. I don't think Nick Stauskas should have been a top 10 pick. I don't think he should have been. But the Kings made him a top 10 pick. Sixers got him for literally, I don't even know what they traded for him, but basically they made out on that deal. I think he can shoot, but can he actually play? Is he a guy who can be on the court and take somebody else's spot from being on the court, like a Gerald Henderson or a Jared Bayless? I don't know. And again, why the Sixers signed Gerald Henderson and Jared Bayless, I don't know. Those are guys you add to a team. Like, you already got a pretty good roster. Like, the Cavs will sign somebody like Gerald Henderson or Jared Bayless. But why the Sixers? You're trying to rebuild. You either need young guys with talent, or you need a grizzled veteran who might not play that much, who can mentor these guys. Why sign these in-the-middle guys who are basically in their primes, Bayless and Henderson? All they're going to do is take the ball away, take shots away, and take time away from your young guys. What's their purpose? They're not helping you make the playoffs, not at all. They're not mentoring these young guys, and if they are, those are not the type of mentors I want. I mean, I want somebody that's a little bit higher up, as far in the hierarchy of being, being veterans, having time in the league, and being respected amongst other players in the league. Somebody at a little bit who've been around a little bit longer than these two guys. So why did they sign them? I don't have any idea what the Sixers are doing. I got an idea what they're doing with their drafts, but as far as the rest of the roster, what are you doing? What's the purpose here? And they fired Sam Hinkie, so you can't blame him. What's going on? I have no idea what's going on with the Sixers. If you're a Sixers fan, or you have some insight that I can't see from looking at this roster, I want to hear it. Leave it down here in the comments. Let me know. And next, I'm going to come with a preview of the next team that I'm going to cover. Let me tell you who that's going to be. Because we're going to put these all, I'm going to do these all in order so y'all can see what's coming next. I think the next worst team, I believe, is the LA Lakers. But let me look and make sure that I'm correct on that before I say it. And again, I'm just looking at ESPN.com. Looking at there, it says Ben Simmons been working out with LeBron James, so I guess that's a positive, if that matters at all. But let's look at the standings here. I believe the LA Lakers is the next team. Sixers was 10-72. I didn't know the Sixers was that bad, 10-72. I thought they won more games than that. Okay, the Sixers 10-72. The worst team in the Brooklyn Nets was next in the East. They won 21 games. The Lakers, yes. LA Lakers will be the next team coming up in these previews. I'm going to preview all 30 teams. Let me know what you think of this. Your opinions, your feedback, your comments. Leave it down there in the comments. I'll see y'all with the next one, LA Lakers. Work on your game.